Hello, Craig Birch here for Seconds Out, where we have a very special guest at the Genting Arena, former heavyweight champion of the world, Tim Witherspoon. Tim,
how you doing?
Question number one: why are you in Birmingham tonight? I think you're working with the newly crowned Midlands area champion at this stage. Well, Cash Ellie's a friend of yours, isn't he? Talk us through that.
Yeah. Well, I really, I'm his trainer, and I've been working with him, and he has a lot of potential. And he laid off for like 2 years, and now he's back. He just won the area championship.
He does. That must be real pleasing for yourself as well. His second round knockout, and that was a right hand straight out of the textbook as well.
Oh yeah.
It?
Well, we worked hard on the overhand right, straight rights. We worked on a lot of defense, which is very important, which a lot of boxers don't have today. So if you didn't get that defense in the past, then you need to get it now.
Yeah, you must have been very, very proud to watch that as well, having worked with Cash as well. It was a punch. I mean, Dave Howe as well tried to climb to his feet. Very, very game there, very brave there, but he just couldn't. He just couldn't get his senses together in time.
No, he couldn't get together. So
he tried. He was counted out, wasn't it?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
But ultimately, I mean, how did you come to work with Cash then? How did you?
Well, I kept in touch with several boxers after I retired, and he was one of them. I kept in touch with a lot of guys, and I happened to come over and do an event, and he called me up, and that's how we reunited. I talked to him on the internet, and then he called me up when I came over here about 2 years ago, and that's how we got together.
Wow!
Started working with him. Yeah.
What a great honour it must be for Cash to work with a former heavyweight champion of the world like yourself. I mean, it's really it's you can't get better training than that. I mean, you can.
But this time around, I came over a little late, and guys like Junior Witter and a couple other former boxers were working with him and helped them out, helped them get through.
Yeah. So obviously, I mean, you're going to be working with Cash again in the future. I mean, how much time do you normally spend in England?
Well, I spent a long time. I was with him for his last 2 fights, but this particular fight, I couldn't come over early enough and work with him. I had some issues in America. So, like I said, you had Junior Witter, you had a couple other former champions working with him.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a great coaching camp there.
Yeah, I know.
More power to him as well.
Yeah.
But what are you up to these days, Tim? As well, is Cash one of many fighters that you train, or have you got other guys in America, in Britain, and so on? Is it a bit of a stable there?
Yeah. Well, in America and here, I'm used to coming over here. I got a grandson here. My daughter's from here. She's from London, and I got a relationship with England ever since me and Bruno had our fight. So yeah, I'm trying to build a stable of good boxers, and he's just one of them. There's several other boxers that I'm working with. So I'm just trying to build this defense is what a lot of boxers need these days. And I can talk pretty good.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of my peers, they left the game, they can't communicate. And I think that was because they had a good trainer and a good defense.
Yes, you did. You had an excellent jab as well and so on. But we talked about this before. I mean, I think up until maybe 2 or 3 years ago, you were still doing exhibitions. Are you still doing them now? Or?
Not really.
I've heard 1 or 2 knocking about, but they're not as frequent as they used to be.
Well, I did a exhibition. I think that it's not really good for me to keep doing exhibitions at my age. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I think that education and teaching boxers are really very important. Where I can assist boxers, and whether getting in and doing exhibitions. But if it's for like cancer or something, I'll get in with somebody and we just move around. But really trying to get into boxing, I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah,
education.
The first time I saw you do an exhibition, I think was Nigel Rafferty in Wolverhampton. Remember that night, don't you? So,
that's my good buddy.
And you were saying I'm 51, and that was a few years ago. So I imagine
I think I was 54.
Unless you've gone backwards or something like that.
I think I was about 55.
You're looking very well for your age, though, so you certainly must look after yourself and so on. But we talk about Frank Bruno as well. I think I wrote a piece last week. He's 32 years ago or something like that. Since Bruno now, it's crazy when you look back to think it was that long ago.
Oh yeah. I had a lot of fun that night when I fought him. What a gentleman Frank Bruno is. I don't think that Britain, a lot of his fans gave him enough credit because he was a hard worker. He was a dedicated English boxer who the English people loved. And I kind of like some of the negative things they were saying about him. I felt that was unfair, but a lot of them still loved him, even though they gave negative comments about Frank Bruno, but they still loved him.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, of course. Tell us, I've interviewed you before, and I don't think everybody knows this. Tell us a story about the orange juice in London as well.
Orange juice.
The orange juice that they put in the hotel room in London with
Oh,
Bruno.
right. Right before.
That was a long time ago.
He
wasn't
had
it?
just come out.
So, because everyone said you were probably a little bit, but they ployed
What
you.
happened was they tried everything. They tried everything to, you know, they put me in over top of a pub, you know, so they gave me 14 boxes of orange juice.
Yeah.
And I was drinking it after every run. So my trainer came and said, Tim, you look a little heavy. And I said, I don't know why, I got this orange juice, maybe it's that. And he took the orange juice and gave it to all the other boxers. He said, "Oh,
Give it to the sparring partners.
They even try to send women up there. So, you know, they moved us to Basildon. We was going to train in London over top of a pub. So that's tactics.
Yeah.
And I mean, any way you can get the win or have, you know, a chance to win, do it.
But you now know what orange juice does to you in camp.
A lot of sugar was in it.
Okay, last question I'm going to ask you as well. I know you're still a big fan of heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
We've talked privately and publicly as well about Anthony Joshua in the past.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
Are you going to be watching that, Tim?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that fight. I think that you hurt your hands.
Be careful.
I think that that fight is a interesting fight. I do believe that Joshua is a lovely guy, a lovely person. My daughter hurt her hand. No, he's a lovely person. England is behind him like they was behind Frank Bruno. I think because I'm a professional fighter, I'm very good at defense. I'm very good at defense and everything, and I think that a lot of boxers today lack defense. And I think that I'm not down in McCracken, I'm not down in any trainers, but I've been there and done it. Look how good I can talk.
Yeah.
I had a very good defense, and a lot of these boxers lack defense. So whoever, I don't know if Parker can take a punch, but
I think he can, but I don't think his defense, like we discussed, is not great, is it? So
Well, that's
maybe
the-
neither of them are. That's
the key details. The key is that you got to have both. You can win a championship without defense. People have done it, but they got damaged. And it's like this. I mean, if you didn't get defense, if you haven't been taught defense, that's just one-sided. People have become successful without defense, but not too many people. So I think that Joshua should be able to win this fight. The fight is in England, but Parker, I seen him before. He was ferocious at one point, and then he died down. I don't know what happened
That's
to
his
him.
shoulder, apparently his shoulder problems, isn't it?
Oh.
He's now had corrected, apparently, so it may be a different beast. Isn't it?
Okay,
That's
maybe
it.
so, but I believe that there's a couple of these heavyweight champions that can't take punches, and I believe if what you say now is whoever hit who first.
Yeah.
And you didn't say that before because there was a lot more skills. But now whoever hit who first is going to leave here.
Yeah, you say Joshua's going to win. Do you think he'll get the job done by stoppage?
I should say yes. I should say yes. But if he gets hit, that's another story. So we just gotta wait and sit back and see what happened was that. If we worrying about him getting hit solid, he might not get up, but if he hit Parker's not getting up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, one last question. It will be the last question as well. I said that about 4 questions ago.
Okay.
Who is the best defensive boxer in the world, in your opinion, at this time?
Well, you have all type of defensive boxers. I think I feel that I'm pretty good at defense.
You're still
you have
best.
you have guys that have defense where they move a lot out of fear to get out of the way of punches, and they call that defense and they get credit for it. And then you have guys that was taught how to actually block with their hands and slip and put their hands up. Then you got guys that move and out of fear, not getting hit, and they get labeled as a good defensive boxer. So I don't know how you can say it. All I know is that I stand in front of a guy and make him miss and make my opponent pay. You got to make him pay. So why?
With the jab, the left jab.
Yeah, well, you work your way all the way up to do damage and then jump back. Why do that? You have to have a good defense to stay in there and take the punishment.
Yeah, of course. Different time. Tim, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. It's great to see you again. You're looking well, as always, and we really look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Thank you.